Hi, it's Anthony with Land Title, and I wanted to bring you the local insights update for the City of Boulder detached single-family homes. Some amazing things happening with the market, and what the most astounding thing is that we have no inventory at all. We really eroded past the point where we were in the springtime. We're about equal to that March timeframe in the market, which is not a great sign for going into next year, but there's definitely some highlights here. We've seen a 21% appreciation rate, so if you're a seller, you're sitting on a lot of equity in those homes. And the other big thing is that the pendings, the under contracts and the solds are still thriving for this month. So what you're going to see here is you're going to see, the end of the year kind of taper off. We're going to see inventory drop, and then we're probably going to be off to the races quick and in a hurry come the beginning of 2022. So we're at 1.66 million is the average sales price now. You can see that here. We bounce around quite a bit, but it's a pretty obvious trend line in the very upward direction. And if you're talking 22% up from where it was a year ago, the average home in Boulder appreciated almost $300,000, which is astronomical. So if you're a seller, it's still a really good time to take advantage of that. And if you're a buyer, it might not be too late, because with this inventory situation the way it is, you can see here with the sales coming to market, you really got to keep shopping until you find what you're looking for. There's just not enough homes on the market, and you can really see that becomes a problem in months on this chart like May or August, where we normally would see a pretty bell curve here. But what happens is when you're in a market with no inventory, you're really relying on all the listings coming to market. So when people took a hiatus like in May or in August to travel or decide they didn't want to list their home like they normally would, then that reflects in the numbers, right? That consumer behavior is really driving the sales. So last year when we had the shutdown and all of that, we've really come back to a little bit more of a normalized market, except with a ton of buyer demand and no inventory. So good news is there was enough inventory in the City of Boulder, more so than anywhere else in the county, that we're up 13% in sales from this time last year. And last year in 2020, was a banner year for real estate. So 2021 in the City of Boulder is going to be even more incredible. 13% increase in sales is unheard of anywhere else in the county and most of the Front Range. You can see here we're down 60% in inventory from this time last year. And the real problem with that is that means we are going to be starting the year at the lowest point we probably have been, at least ever in the last decade or so. And so we're going to have a really, really tight seller's market in the springtime again. The nice thing is there still is some inventory on the market, so it's not too late if you're a buyer. If you're a seller, take advantage of this market because there's not much else out there, right? This is still a great time to sell, maybe counterproductive to what you've heard in the past, because this year is not the normal, right? Everything but normal in 2021. You can see here days on market, buyer behavior is still through the roof. Days on market is determined as the time it's listed to the time it's sold, and you can see we are trending well below where we normally do even in the slowest months of the year. So this is a fast moving market with lots and lots of active buyers. So if you're a buyer, stick with it, don't get frustrated, because you don't want to get stuck into moving or buying in that spring market time. But if you're a seller, you can absolutely take advantage of this time frame right now. 48 days on market in the City of Boulder is pretty well unheard of, right? I mean, it was 2016, 2017 last time we saw those numbers in the summer, let alone in a fall market. If you have any other questions or you want to reach out to me, I'm Anthony with Land Title, and I'm always here to help. We'll see you in the next video.